It all started when Markesia Huey was 16. Her parents separated, and that left a domino effect on her life. Addiction slowly crept in, and she was held hostage by substance abuse. Markesia started abusing drugs in high school. It started off with pot.
And then from that drinking, and from that powder, and then from that cocaine, and the last struggle I had was with methamphetamines.
She had to leave school as a result of a pregnancy, leaving her feeling even more alienated by the world around her. Drugs became a way of escape.
Being addicted, I had to go out and make money. So the same park we're sitting at, I used to turn tricks at. From that, start going to stores boosting. Started getting busted. That led to like 13 years in prison. So I'm proud to say that in the year of 2010, I gave back my number. I'm off of parole, and I realized that I'm always be an addict. As soon as I start thinking that I'm not, is probably when I'll go back.
She battled drug addiction for 13 years. 13 years in and out of prison, and 13 years of living a nightmare.
I walked through this alley many a times, and people used to be laid out in this alley right here that we're approaching, where you see all the trash. I was surrounded with this kind of stuff every day.
She described the crack houses and what it meant to get high, knowing you're slowly killing yourself, crying to God for help, wishing she was actually dead. Markesia's daily lifestyle was getting over, selling whatever you can to whoever you can. That eventually led to prostitution. The addiction created an alter ego. Fast Black, a quick-talking hustler and a drug dealer's regular customer.
That was my name on the streets of Richmond, was Fast Black. You know, I could talk real fast, sell you something real quick, and, get over. It was a constant battle of who can get who. Who had the most game, who could run the most manip, and, and make it look good. And really, after so much of getting your heart hardened, it's like corrosion, you don't care anymore. You lose all content. So my conscience was deteriorating. I didn't have any morals, and I didn't care. And so at the end of the day, I just hung out with a lot of people that felt like me. We didn't care. We'd have nothing to live for. It was like, we're already doing it, so forget it. Why stop now?
She explained how she was brutally raped a number of times, and once at gunpoint by someone she knew.
The reality that I've gotten in the cars and could be dead right now because, I'm getting in the car to get your money, and you don't have no money. You have a knife. You have a whole nother motive. That is scary today. Thinking about that was like, what was I thinking? I wasn't thinking. I was thinking about getting over and getting high. The last time I got raped was in 2007, and I got in the car trying to, do the normal exchange for sex and money, and he didn't have any money. And I was so loaded that when I got in the car with him, I didn't realize that, normally there was procedures. You ask a person, are you the police? There's certain things you say that I didn't even bother to say. I was too loaded. I was too numb. And I ended up in the Point Richmond Hills running for my life. There was times that I could have said something, but I didn't because I felt retaliation or I was too afraid. The last rape in 2007 was like the end to prostitution. I would not get back in the car again and turn a trick. That was it for me.
She has been to hell and back, but still has the courage to lend a helping hand. Her desire is to see somebody else make it, just like she did. She thinks Richmond needs more clean and sober houses for women.
More places that people can go to, and more people that really care, that have a motive, and the motive is just to see you get clean and get it together. We don't have that. We have a liquor store on every corner or a church. We have a crack house on every other corner, but there is no clean and sober house. They teach you to clean up from the inside out, basically. They teach you how to get up and be responsible. You have chores. You have some structure in your life. And that's what clean and sobers help you do. They help you find you, and then they help build you up. In prison, while I was there, I started thinking about, being in a clean and sober environment, or just having a house that I can go to where there wouldn't be any drugs. And I had to look pretty hard, so I found one in Benicia. And what hurt me is that I would have come back to Richmond, but they didn't have any in Richmond. If I got high out here, I should be able to get clean out here. I feel like that because I got clean somewhere else, I want to come back and spread that love. Or, if just one person would just, get it right.
Markesia now knows she has a purpose and a higher calling. Her testimony can heal lives and mend hearts. It can even prevent other souls from being lost.
When I was out there using, I was determined to get high. I just asked God to turn that same determination into something positive. I flipped it from a negative to a positive. I was a cold hustler. 13 years and then out of penitentiary, I didn't get busted from just sitting on my hands. I got busted because I was active and I was out there trying to get high. I was trying to kill myself. So that same energy that I used to try to get over and to get loaded, I'm using that to, to see people become successful. I'm praying that this message gets to someone who really cares to see people change, people like me. I have a record, an extensive record. I have people that are bagging me today, from the county jail all the way to from prison, that have my back, that know that I went through a transition. I really hope and pray that this message gets to the people who can do something about it, as far as put the funding where it really needs to go.
For Street Soldiers, I'm Sean Shavers.